Hey, what's up, everybody? It's 21 Blackjack here with Wiza, here to do this Raw review for November 30th, 2015, as we are 30 minutes away from the beginning of December and a crazy Christmas rush. Follow us on Twitter at It's 21 Blackjack, at Wiza Now, at Knee Queen Finish for our podcast. You can also subscribe to the YouTube channel for the podcast. It's www.youtube.com/clean finish podcast. You can also just search it on the search engine, clean finish podcast. I mean, I can't say the show was great, but I guess it was an improvement from last week.
Yeah, I was okay with the show.
Last week we completely no-sold.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Last week didn't happen.
No.
I think that simple as that. I flat out, still to this day, can't tell you what happened on about 70% of that show. I have no idea. Didn't watch it. Turned that sucker off, went to sleep. They ain't get my rating.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, Raw
started out with a 13-minute promo.
The boring 20-minute promo. I don't care if it's 13 or 15 or however long. It's a boring 20-minute promo. To be fair, I want to be absolutely fair to Sheamus because I actually think he's doing a very good job in his role. He's actually not a bad promo, which I can't say. Like earlier on, like months ago, that Sheamus I couldn't stand. This guy is okay.
So tell me what you like about this guy and his particular qualities, because I'm this type of Sheamus is. Somebody said on Twitter that this is Sheamus trying to act like Seth
Rollins, and I don't agree with that at all.
I see what they mean though, but let's see what you see, because I'm talking about the over celebratory, overzealous type of guy.
Right?
Yes.
In that regard, yes, he is like Rollins, but that's just more of the shell of the person that they're putting him in. Not necessarily he is Seth Rollins. That I don't agree with. What I like about Sheamus is that I think that actually fits him a lot more. I mean, think about it. He's been taunted with these "you look stupid" chants. He's had the look the whole time. And now he's finally turning it back on them. Like, I look stupid. Now who looks stupid now? And now he did the whole, how long did it take me to beat Roman Reigns? Or how long did he have his title? 5:15. And he turned it to Sheamus 15, says, I kicked your arse. And I'm like, all right, I can roll with this. This is okay. This is an all right heel here.
I just want to know one thing, because like arse is going to be like a running thing going forward for a good amount of time.
Yes.
So WCW or WWE's PG show here, they don't want to curse or whatever. So we substitute ass with arse, but it's still the same. So we're just like, why not just go with it? Just go with it. Just say ass. It's okay. That are going to oversaturate arse.
I do agree with that.
That's how bad they want to say ass. It's so weird. And again,
but they say ass anyway, though, which is why it doesn't make any sense to me.
What happened?
They say ass anyway, so it makes even less sense to me.
And kids are going to start saying arse a whole lot, especially now since, they're going to be showcasing Sheamus a lot. So, same thing. But all right, that's neither here nor there. What'd you think about the promo, like the entire segment overall?
I felt like New Day was not needed here.
In the sense of this starting out the show, I mean, I guess toward the end it made sense, but in the beginning it's like, all right, you bring out New Day for whatever reason. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck they were out there for. I didn't care. And again, I keep saying it, but they're going on too long to the points where they're like literally just randomly thinking of things in the ring, it seems like, to just go along with.
That's my problem with them, is that they came out here and I literally tweeted after they came out, I was like, wow, I really wish there was some build up to as to why they're currently here. And because you don't know why, you're sitting there and asking, all right, where is this going? What's the point? What are they celebrating? They had the title a while ago. They celebrated the whole year thing. What is it now? Like, just hurry up. Tell me. Don't waste my time.
Like, let me give a comparison.
Yeah.
New Day here in this promo, not for me. New Day in the Don West Cyber Monday thing that they did backstage, I loved it.
That was fine, yes.
I loved that one. Because it wasn't, 15 minutes of cramming New Day down your throat. No. Short, sweet, right to the point. They get their antics in and out, bam, done.
And at least here and at least there, it's like, oh, okay, they're here to sell me things. All right, I know what they're here for at least.
Yeah, black guys bootlegging stuff. Perfect. Yeah. Gotcha.
They also did the little the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance to summon Sheamus.
Could you believe what just happened in this game? The Browns gotta feel like absolute dog shit right now.
Oh wow.
The Browns gotta feel
like that though.
Dog shit right now.
Wow.
That's how the game is. That's how the cookie crumbles right there.
Well, damn.
There's that feeling right there. Look at my man face. Oh, that feeling right there. That's got to be what Alabama felt like. What was that, a couple of years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Harbaugh don't even want that win. He don't even want that win like that. He like, damn, we just won like that? Wow. All right, so getting back to the show. Let me look at this. How did they even get to block that?
They loaded up the left side, I think. Yeah, see, he came off the left end. Oh, no, straight up the middle. He just kicked it too low.
Yeah. Woo. Wow. All right, so back to the show. So after the promo, what did we get next?
So after the promo, we had Sheamus celebrate as the confetti was all coming down, and then sure enough, this asshole Roman Reigns shows up and punches him, lays him out, and takes the title.
Guy's a heel.
Like, why? Why did this have to happen?
Like, nobody did anything to him. Now, I was okay with him doing that, right?
No, I was not, but
no. Hear me out. See where I'm going with this.
Okay.
So I'm okay with him doing this until the point where he starts smiling. I need for him to feel as though he's taking this seriously. Like, if he's in there, he gets the punch in, takes away the heat a little bit. I get it. Like, all right, maybe last week, because
if he did it last week, I would have been okay with it because
no, like last week, right? Let's say, because everybody said Roman left standing tall, or Raw ended with Roman standing tall. If Roman ended Raw, like if they ended Raw last week with the heels on top, and then Roman did this, yes, then it would work because he's pissed off. He had the title taken from him. They end off Raw with him getting his ass kicked, and here he is out here to interrupt Sheamus' celebration by punching him in the face. Punch him in the face and just keep mean mugging him. I don't want you to feel like Cena, because that's some shit that Cena does. You get one over on the hill and now you're smiling. No, you shouldn't be smiling because you still don't have the title yet, you dick.
Right.
You don't have a reason to smile.
No, not at all.
So he took the belt and left.
And I kind of like how they said, a lot of people are saying like, oh, he's stealing a book from Ambrose. I'm like, no, there's a difference when Ambrose did it and both times that he did it. When Ambrose did it, first of all, he did it immediately after the match was over. And in both situations, he was in the right. The one where, well, maybe not so much in the right in the Barrett case, but in the Barrett case, it was Barrett kept running away from him and Dean got disqualified for kicking too much ass. So right. He said, no, you didn't beat me tonight. I'm taking the title. Fuck you. And then the Seth Rollins one, he got the pinfall and was awarded the title. And because of a stupid technicality, the title was taken away from him. So he left with the title that night too. At least there it makes sense. Here, it doesn't. Because Sheamus cashed in the briefcase, and won fair and square.
Gotta be ready, sir. You know that man got.
You gotta be ready. So he beat him fair and square. That's why here I think Roman is in the wrong. That's what makes him look more like a heel here, because he didn't do anything wrong. He cashed in his briefcase and he won. It wasn't like he had Triple H come out and pedigree him. No, actually, Roman Reigns speared Triple H.
Here's my question about Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly was his reason in taking the title?
I don't know.
Like, where was he going with that?
I have no clue. Because
what was the plan?
Because that's actually the next segment. After he gets the title, he goes backstage and he's met by Dean Ambrose and the Usos, and then they're laughing it up and chucking it up with the Authority. And then the Authority show up as they're chucking and laughing and whatnot. And then they're like, "Yeah, give us the belt back." And he's just like, "Okay." And he's about to hand it over to Triple H. And then he hands it back to Stephanie. And then he says, "Tell that dude with the mohawk that he's coming for the belt at TLC." And Triple H says, "Well, actually, Sheamus wants to have that challenge tonight. But the stipulation is that he would have to win it under 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I don't get it.
Is that really the amount of time that he had the belt for? Like, was that really 5 minutes? I need to go back and watch that.
Apparently it is, because that's the recorded time that they're saying. That's the story they're running with.
That's just too perfect, though, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
I mean, but it's not impossible. I mean, he didn't have the title a very long time. I can believe if it was 5:15.
Okay, we'll see. All right. So we don't know the reason why this guy was taking the belt. He just felt like taking the damn belt.
He just felt like taking it and said, "All right, here, you can have it back."
Okay. So, what's the next set? Wait.
At least when Ambrose took the belt, he actually did something with it.
Yeah, and WWE decided like, oh, this is going too good. He's getting too much steam. Let's just throw everybody into a match.
Now everybody can steal the Intercontinental Championship.
Started off with R-Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Good God. All right, so up next we had Tyler Breeze
versus Dolph Ziggler. This was when I stopped. I actually stopped watching here.
Yeah, as you said, you've seen this already before. Time to watch a game that you had to say.
And then I got a tweet saying that Dolph Ziggler beat Tyler Breeze.
That happened.
And I had to ask again. I was like, listen, I understand that they both look the same, but I need you to, and that their moveset is very similar, but I need you to understand, you must be mistaken. Tyler Breeze beat Dolph Ziggler. No, Dolph Ziggler beat Tyler Breeze. And not only did he beat Tyler Breeze, but he beat him with a super kick.
It was a clean super kick. It was a very clean super kick, but here's what happened in the match. First, they started off with a little bit of chain wrestling, right?
Okay.
So now we're just going to fast forward to the end of the match where they start off with pin reversals.
Oh, God. So they got stuck in a WWE 14 loop.
This shit went on as if it was glitched. They just kept reversing pins over and over and over ad nauseum. Tyler Breeze misses his kick. Ziggler does not, and that shit was clean as fuck. It was almost as clean as what's that girl name? You know, the Samoan one. What's her name? What's that child? Tamina. Almost as good as Tamina's on Alicia Fox's tonight.
Okay.
Let's move on from this match because I really didn't care about it.
Tyler Breeze is already a jobber. Amazing. Miz TV versus Rusev.
50-50 booking.
Miz TV with Rusev and Lana.
Only thing I cared about with this one is just the fact that Rusev gave no fucks about Miz.
No.
And even managed to call him Michael.
Yes. He got away with calling Miz his actual name, Michael Mizanin.
Michael.
He didn't say Mizanin, but he said Michael. And for a second, I was like, "Wait a minute, Cole's not in the ring." And then I realized, "Oh, right, that is also
Michael." And straight up didn't give a fuck.
No.
That was too good. But other than that, just another. I mean, Rusev went on, but it's a different feel that he had here than before he got injured. Bit of a different feel, but I guess, I got to get reacquainted with Rusev and Lana. I got to, if we get back that fiery Lana that we got when she was heel and they were both, going at it, then I could get behind them. Right now, my mind is still stuck on that horrible angle that they were in. So
don't worry, the crowd remembered too.
Yeah, so I got to get past that part. And they were still, we want Lana. Rusev's like, yeah, that's my bitch. I fucked her and we're married now.
So yeah, pretty much, the crowd started doing their old shtick with Rusev. So yeah, the USA chants, I don't know why. Also, the other thing I don't understand. So Lana is Russian and Rusev's Bulgarian, and now Rusev is only wearing Bulgarian colors. So has Lana just kind of gone on? Is she okay with this, or I don't fucking know. You know what pisses me off about this? They wanted to sell this whole angle as Lana needing to be an independent woman. And now she's just like, oh no, I like Rusev in my life. I need him.
Well, what they did was they kind of put I don't want to say the word heat, but I can't think of another one right now, but they kind of put it all on Lana when Rusev's like, this is the only person to come and check up on me and come and care for me when I was hurt. It was Lana. That was their way of showing how their small way of telling how they were able to get back together. But they didn't give Lana a chance to tell why she gave a fuck enough to check up on Rusev and provide care for him while he was down. They didn't tell that part of the story.
I'm still trying to figure out why he got engaged to her to begin with.
Storyline wise, right?
Yeah, if they're making this kayfabe, why did he get engaged to her?
Well, all right. So his thing was he never let go of Lana, right? So he dressed up Summer Rae as Lana.
Okay.
And those times where he's fighting Ziggler, it's always, Lana is mine. Lana's mine. He kept screaming out Lana's mine. So he's always he's never let go of Lana. Okay. So on his part, it's fine. It's Lana's part that needs explaining that they did absolutely none of.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are they going to flesh that out? I highly doubt they're going to flesh it out because I think that this right here is them providing you closure. That's what I believe here. But would help if Lana told her side of why she decided to come back to Rusev. We got a match after this with Rusev and Ryback.
Before we get there, it should be noted that they said Lana needed to make mention that she never went all the way with Dolph. So naturally, the crowd chanted, "Yes, you did."
Yeah.
And then Rusev said he never went all the way with Summer, which is also... Yeah, that storyline was fucking stupid. Anyway, so yeah, we had a match. It's Rusev versus Ryback. This match went like maybe a minute. They just fought each other. They got to the outside.
It was just,
Ryback threw Rusev into the steps, which apparently hit Lana. Lana went down and had to sell her leg, and instead of going back into the ring, Rusev decided, nope, I must protect my woman. And so Ryback wins. By the way, we forgot about Ryback's short little promo. Which was actually probably the best part of that Miz TV segment.
Ryback said stuff?
Yeah.
What do you say?
He pretty much just came out and he's like, nobody wants to hear about your relationship stuff. And we all know that that you went all the way with the Zig Man.
The Zig Man.
And I'm like, yo, where has this Ryback been? You just need to, that's all you have to do. Even as a babyface, just let him be a dick. That's all he has to do. Just be a dick, make your little quick quips, and then that's it.
A lot of less is more will work very well with this entire roster.
Yes.
Less is more, folks. Less is more. By the way, what the fuck was Lana doing standing by the stairs the whole time?
I don't know.
Like she was just standing by the stairs as two guys are wrestling near the stairs. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
I don't know.
All right, let me see. Let me see what was next. because there's a part in which my TV decided to cut off on its own. I don't. Let me see if that was when it happened. All right, let me see. Commercial break.
I know what's next.
Dudley Boyz came out with some tables. My TV went black.
No, you already skipped the part.
Wait, what did I skip? Because
Triple H was in his office, and Dean Ambrose walked in, and he said, and Dean just said, "Hey, you wanted to see me?" And Triple H was like, "Yeah, just wanted to congratulate you on winning your match on Raw and then winning the triple threat to get your Intercontinental title shot against Kevin Owens as the #1 contender. And this is important because if Roman didn't beat Sheamus tonight in 5 minutes and 15 seconds, he would lose his match. Not only will Roman not get his match at TLC, but Ambrose will lose his too.
Right.
Remember that. So then the Dudley Boyz came out and they were holding their tables.
And then my TV went off. Just went black for some reason. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
So the Dudley Boyz came out and they were holding tables. And they cut a promo about how they apparently got beat up really bad last week on Raw. And then they got beat up on SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm reading this. I'm listening to what you're saying. I like that. I do like that. My TV didn't cut off here. It cut off like just when they showed what was on the table, like when they started unveiling the tables, it cut off. But before that, I do like that they actually admitted to jobbing and had a problem with that.
Yes.
Where the fuck has that been for the past I don't know how many years in WWE?
Exactly. Yes. I mean, this is how you make your faces. Unfortunately, they've made the Dudleys so irrelevant that this story isn't working as well as they would like it to.
Not only that, but everybody should have an issue. Instead of just doing 50-50 booking.
Correct.
Give me a reason to for example, Ziggler and Brie. Ziggler did the job, and instead of bitching and moaning about it, they just had another match and nobody no build, no nothing toward it. Just
no. And the sad thing is that they'll probably have another match at TLC, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, give me a reason. The Dudleys just gave me a reason as to why they are upset about something. I don't know what something happened last week and something happened again. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but apparently they had a problem with losing to something.
Yes.
And I like that. And they had 4 tables in there, and all right, what came next?
So after that, some people come out.
No, we had after that we had Del Rio and Zeb Colter versus Goldust.
No, we're not there yet.
So wait.
Because this is important. We must go over this.
What important? All right.
Yes.
What is your
Wiza? I don't know if you know. Something very, very important happened during this.
Like important?
I know that your TV went out, but I saw what happened. Okay. So after that, some people came out and Dudley Boyz, talked about, not being able to get the job done and whatnot. They said they were ready to fight at any moment. And then those people somehow teleported to the front of the ramp. And it seemed like it was going to be a 3-on-2.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. We're going to mute his mic. So here's what really happened. Del Rio and Jack Swagger. Fuck that guy and fuck Tommy Dreamer. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
Why couldn't you just let me get the Tommy Dreamer segment? Why couldn't you just let me?
Why are you saying important? Tommy Dreamer is not important.
Can we? I mean, you couldn't just let me build to that.
Oh,
you couldn't let me.
Didn't happen, Blackjack.
Why couldn't you just let me build to that absolute flat drop that was going to happen?
Nothing happened, Blackjack. We move on to Zeb Colter and Alberto Del Rio with Jack Swagger, all right? That's what happened.
Tommy Dreamer came out.
He had pretty decent music. I liked his music. But
he had good music, and that's what made me think, wait a minute, who's about to come? Oh, it's Tommy Dreamer.
And someone hit me up on the Twitters and said, aren't you excited that Tommy Dreamer's back? The face I made, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, what?
Oh, great. Tommy Dreamer.
My daughter can draw better than Tommy Dreamer. Why the fuck would I care about Tommy Dreamer? What, ECW? I mean, fuck, that was 20 years ago. I'm past that. I want this new wave of talent to get over. I don't know if people notice this. I'm about done with old talent now. I want the new talent to get over. So Tommy Dreamer coming out does absolutely dick all for me. I don't care. He came out with garbage.
Tommy Dreamer actually was a surprise appearance for Raw tonight, and wow, that's amazing. So yeah, they had a match that happened, and Tommy Dreamer got his ass.
We had Del Rio. Why are you stopping Del Rio from being great right
Because I was expecting a sniper to come out. And I was very disappointed because obviously this was the angle he was promoting, right? Why didn't it happen?
He does want the sniper.
Fine, you can have Goldust and Del Rio. Fine.
All right, they had a match in which Del Rio won.
Oh, I'm so glad that's your synopsis.
That's it. That's all I got for you, bro.
Great. I'm so glad that you wanted to break up the great entrance of Tommy Dreamer and his segment so that you can do that.
That's all I got for you, bro. So he locks in the Oscar lock on Goldust after the match.
Do you know the Oscar lock is the crosswing chicken face, silly?
Let me be great, all right? They know what I mean. The people know what I mean, Blackjack.
Okay.
Fuck. And Jack Swagger comes out. He shows himself at the top, and he hauls complete ass down to the ring. See, he ain't do a light jog. He ain't do a little tussle. No, he got his ass down there. Del Rio, like he was ready to fight, and promptly rolled out of the ring and left. Jack Swagger slaps his hand on his chest, and I swear they drew this shit around his damn hand and arm because that shit fit perfectly on his damn shirt. And they did the We the People. We the People still seems to be a very open catchphrase.
Because it's America.
Yeah, because America.
By the way, I just...
We the People, though. They loved it.
Mm-hmm. I will say this, just because Del Rio's really ridiculous tan reminds me of it.
Okay.
Why was
Del Rio's darker than me, by the way?
Why was Tommy Dreamer's face so tan, but then the rest of him pale?
My TV.
All right. So after Jack Swagger came out and had his moment, we had Charlotte. It was backstage with Becky. They hugged, and she said, "Yeah," and she said, "Hey, maybe we can have a match tonight because matches are fun. Not like for the title or anything, but just a fun competitive match to show the people what we came up here to do." And I'm like,
I got behind that.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm like, remember, championships, they matter too.
But at the same time, she hasn't proven herself to deserve a shot.
Oh, so you're applauding her for being a good baby face.
Yeah.
That'll be funny later on tonight.
She wants to show her. So she wants to show what she can do. She hasn't been getting a fair shake at things. Nobody's really giving her. Let me not say nobody, but she hasn't really been getting too many matches. So, all right, let me show what I can do against the champ because we've been down this road before in NXT. We know we can go. Let's show people what we came here to really do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Charlotte's like, hey, I mean, you know, Ryback gave me the book. Don't think I'm ready to give you the book that Ryback gave me just yet.
So Charlotte pretty much agrees, and she says, only if my dad can
convince me.
Yeah. But yeah, because she was like, oh no, you know, Paige is just getting in our heads. But then she was like, fine. But my dad's in town. Can he come down too? And Becky just woos. And sure enough, Ric Flair shows up. God, they just cannot get Ric Flair away from her. They just can't. They can't help themselves.
When I heard her say Ric Flair, I swear in my mind, maybe, I swear I heard Charlotte say to Becky, only if my dad could hit it tonight.
No. And
I heard her say, well, only got one thing to say to that. Woo. And I'm like, hold on, wait, did she just say, okay, all right, I see what you did there. You just, all right. As if Nature Boy doesn't have enough problems. So, next match, we have the tag team title #1 contendership match between the Lucha Dragons or the Kalisto Dragons versus
the Usos
versus the Samoans.
I like how you tried to fit another noun in there and you couldn't think of one. So
I was
New Day.
I don't know why Samoans didn't come to me. That's what I was actually trying to go for.
New Days were on commentary.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell
about them on commentary.
How'd
you feel about them on commentary?
I couldn't tell if I thought this was good or I couldn't tell if this was great or really annoying. And I think if that's the line that they've drawn with me, they probably accomplished their task.
It was both for me too. Because on one hand, I'm listening to them and I'm listening to what they're actually saying. And I'm like,
they're actually paying attention.
Commentary is good because they're actually calling what's going on in the ring and they're showing emotion toward what's going on in the ring.
Correct.
At the same time, the antics of it is what makes you just say, but that's what they're supposed to do.
Correct. That's why I think it's like it's probably fine for what it is.
I don't know. Maybe New Day is really turning to the heels that they're supposed to be, and actually becoming annoying rather than making everybody like them.
So yeah, they called the match for a while. The Usos and the Dragons are running back and forth and hitting all sorts of big moves and doing dives all over the place. And then New Day said, you know what? Fuck this. We're just going to hit all of them. Double disqualification. Hey, remember when you two wanted a shot at the number one contendership? Well, none of you won. So at TLC, we're going to be defending against no one. Go fuck yourselves. And then they were up out of there.
And gyrated.
Yep. Good for them. They understand how to be heels.
He said, "Nah, we down here at the ringside. You're definitely not about to get a winner out of this one. Fuck you guys."
So then the Usos and just the Usos were backstage with Stephanie McMahon, and she said, "Well, you know what? They both lost, but you both kind of won. So what we'll do is we're gonna put the Lucha Dragons in the match at TLC, but then great heel Stephanie is." But that the Usos could be in two only if Roman Reigns can beat Sheamus in 5 minutes and 15 seconds, because Roman's got to learn that the choices that he makes not only impacts his friends, but also impacts his whole family. Remember that. Sasha Banks versus Brie Bella.
I didn't know that Tamina had a... She's Samoan, right? Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sasha Banks versus Brie Bella. I like Team Bad. Okay? I like them. I could not care for this match. I just couldn't. It's Brie Bella.
Oh, this match. I was okay with this match. I was actually okay. Brie didn't look too bad.
It's Brie Bella, though.
Let me not even say Brie didn't look too bad. Brie didn't look bad at all. My problem with this one was the crowd. Because it's always, we want Sasha. We get Sasha, and it's complete and utter silence. Just utterly silent. The match was fine for what it was, for it being Brie and I was about to call this girl Natasha, but I know.
Wow.
I know someone with that name and stories, but with Sasha, and you got Bad on the outside, you got Alicia Fox on the other side, and here's my one issue: how exactly do you book a heel versus heel match?
I think that's what took me out of it too. And maybe that's what took the crowd out of it. They were like, who the fuck are we cheering for?
Well, they know who they're supposed to cheer. They're supposed to cheer for Sasha.
Right. But then Brie Bella was the one who got she turned babyface.
Was acting as though Alicia Fox too. They were baby faces here.
Right. So how are you supposed to cheer for Sasha?
It's like we were supposed to be getting sympathy for them, but it's like, wait, y'all supposed to be bitches though.
Right. That's probably why the crowd didn't react and why I felt so indifferent about this. It's first of all, it's Brie Bella. Second of all, who the fuck am I supposed to be cheering for?
One of the things that I do when I watch matches is I take away who's the heel and who's the face sometimes, and I look at the ring work. And that's what I did in this match, because in a situation like this where you have two heels going at it, you kind of got to throw that to the wayside. And just look at what's going on in the ring.
Right. And it was clearly obvious that Sasha was the in Team Bad were the heels here, and that Brie Bella, especially once she got the Daniel Bryan kicks in, it's dead obvious that she was booked as the babyface tonight. But it doesn't help because there's no reason for me to ever like Brie Bella.
Yeah, it's not her role, and it hasn't been her role.
No.
So let me say this: Team Bad, man. I don't know if they take cues from New Day or what, but I believe it's the second week in a row. They've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. They are really working girls together. Like, they look like a unit.
Yes. I mean, granted, they practically look like a unit the whole way through.
But they haven't been doing all of this, though. Like,
well, correct, yes.
Antics and helping each other get the wins. Because usually it's just a big colossal failure out there. They're usually failing. But now it's like they're in complete control. And maybe it's because Sasha's in the ring doing the work. And Naomi just feels better as a supportive character. She just feels better as a supportive character. Because she plays the role well. She's good at cheering. She's good at, getting in the way a little bit, get nasty when she needs to. And Tamina's just a silent killer. This bitch threw Alicia Fox, what was that? Like an arm, grabbed her by her arm and tossed her into Tamina and got her fucking face super kicked straight off.
Yeah.
I think that shit was flesh because she needed help to the back. That shit looked painful. It wasn't one of those, hey, protect yourself. No, she threw her straight into a super kick. I think that's another thing that Samoans learned at birth is super kicks.
Roman Reigns ain't learned it.
You know what? Maybe that's why nobody likes me. He didn't probably
he hasn't learned a super kick yet.
Gotta learn a super kick, bro. Somebody tweet that guy and tell him he needs the super kick, bro. You gotta add bro at the end.
Bruh, super
overall, kick. But overall, I was okay with this. Sasha got her good heat. And as she had her in the bank statement, they put the Sasha shades on her, on Brie, and the bitch tapped out. I'm fine with it. I was okay with it. I wonder where they're going. Hopefully, I mean, it's obvious that they're building Sasha here. And it doesn't seem to be any rift in the group. It seems as though they're getting stronger. So maybe they're actually building the group so that they could tear them down later, which I'm fine with, as long as you at least build them first, rather than do what they were looking like they were doing, which is just randomly tear them apart without them actually ever looking strong.
Yeah, I hope so, because I don't mind this group as a faction. The other factions just desperately needed to go.
Yeah.
All right, so after that we had I don't think there's anything else to talk about there. We had Sheamus versus Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Sheamus has the Sheamus 515 shirt.
Already.
I mean, they were obviously ready. Like, listen, the man cut the promo tonight. How the fuck did they get shirts already?
Well, easy answer. When me and Smalls went to WrestleMania 29, want to know what was on sale? The Champ is Here shirts. This is the first time the Champ is Here came out with the belt on the shirt, which signified that he was going to be beating The Rock. Yeah, but they only put him out during the show, not before the show, but during the show. So yeah, they do this.
But
they're prepared.
But he didn't even cut the promo until literally tonight. Just in a kayfabe realm, how the fuck did they say, dude, Sheamus 515? It's brilliant. It'll sell millions. And Vince McMahon got a hold of some printing company and said, I want it on 500,000 goddamn shirts. We're going to sell my hotcakes and put one on that Irish freak over there.
Put one on them. Well, the thing is, Vince understands that the world moves at rapid pace.
Apparently.
Really fast. We're fast.
Apparently, because that shirt got to him within 2 hours of him cutting this promo. So we have the match, Sheamus versus Roman Reigns.
Why were these two so blown up within 2 minutes of the match?
I have no idea.
It's as if they had done wrestled the Iron Man match 2 minutes in.
Well, that's what Roman Reigns does. He gets hit and he just sells forever.
This motherfucker, both of them just huffing and puffing as if they just ran a triathlon. What the fuck? Why were they so tired? Why were they so gassed?
I don't have an answer for you.
2 minutes in. And they were laying around the whole time. So how are you still gassed? I mean, I know that that's just the story that they're trying to tell within the 5 minutes. I get that. They weren't really gassed or selling being tired, but it doesn't work or make sense if it's 2 minutes into a match. It just doesn't work that way. Everybody knows it. But nonetheless, we'll just tell what happened at the end here. Samoa and John Cena here just could not get Sheamus into the ring after he threw Sheamus into the pole.
Well, there was still about like a minute left at this point.
It's a minute. It was a minute and a half left when he first did it, and then it literally took him about 40-something seconds to get Sheamus in the ring. Whereas, like, Roman, you're a big motherfucker.
Yeah,
pick his ass up by the waist and push him in the ring. Like, I legit, when that happened, when he was doing this, I was legit in my mind thinking, what would Brock do?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Brock would just lift this motherfucker up by his face.
He would have F5'd him into the ring.
There you go. Over the ropes, by the way. Over the ropes. So what the fuck is Roman doing here? You're not getting sympathy from me on that one, man. That's not believable. I don't believe that. Especially,
you're not Daniel Bryan. They've got to stop doing this. It doesn't work for him.
Well, how'd you get Daniel Bryan out of this one?
Because they're just trying to. Okay, it's not the exact same storyline as Daniel Bryan, but they're trying to sell him as the underdog like Daniel Bryan was.
I mean, like in this particular match.
In this particular match, no, it's not. But like they're trying to sell this underdog story where it's like, oh, he's got to fight. Get some sympathy for this guy. I'm like, it doesn't. Yeah. Like if Daniel Bryan was trying to get Sheamus's big ass into the ring, I could maybe buy that. That
what they're trying to do in comparison to the Daniel Bryan thing is make it so that they keep screwing him.
Correct. Yes, that's the comparison. But I mean, if you're gonna do that and the whole screwing thing, and then you're adding in other elements of Bryan too, like it doesn't.
The thing that made Bryan work, which doesn't, the elements aren't there for Reigns, is the fact that Bryan is about, I don't know, 6 inches shorter than the guy.
Yes.
So that's what works for Bryan, but it won't work for Reigns. Like I said, when he has Sheamus down on the outside and he can't get him back in, I'm literally thinking, well, what would Brock do here? He'll pick his ass up and throw him back in the ring, no problem.
Right.
Reigns, you're a big guy. Pick his ass up and throw him in the goddamn ring. It's not bullshit. You're insulting my intelligence here. I know you could do it. Pick him up. You got 3 minutes into the damn match. Pick him up. You gotta go do some deadlifts or something, man. You gotta do some jerking cleans or something. This guy gotta get back in the room, weight room, man.
So, in order for Sheamus to be saved here, he started to set up. So Reigns started to set up for the spear, and then Rusev grabbed him and dragged him out of the ring. And then Del Rio and Barrett went to go get Sheamus, and ref called for the bell. So Reigns won the match, but Sheamus got to keep his title.
Right.
I hated this. This was so stupid.
What would you have rather had?
No, the reason why I hated this is this. The stipulation for this match, and the reason that I'm supposed to care and get so invested into this, is that Roman Reigns has to beat Sheamus in 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Which he did.
If he does so, right, which he did. If he does so, he gets to keep his title. Sorry, he gets to get his title back. And then on top of that, he also saves the number one contendership for Dean Ambrose and for the Usos.
So why are the heels helping the faces?
Correct.
Well, in booking sense, that part is like, maybe you like elbow Sheamus or something and then fuck up Roman Reigns. You know, get Sheamus DQ first. I mean, no, get Reigns DQ first, and then fuck everybody out of their stuff. Then WWE has to work on building a story on how they're going to get those guys that match back.
Correct. That was my issue with this, was that it was like, well, what was the point of all this?
I think they were just
if your finish was going to be, well, we need to keep the title on Sheamus, but we don't want to screw everything else up and not make Roman the bad guy or have him go through any anything that may be circumstantial or, a trouble or something that could be an obstacle for him, then what was the point of doing this? You gave Roman the win so that now all of his friends are okay, but Sheamus still has the title. So I guess it gives Reigns something to still go for. But then what was the point of getting the other 3 people involved? You know what I mean? Like, what was the point of that?
You mean the new faction?
No, what was the point of the whole stipulation?
Oh, it's just stupid. Here's what I think happened. So they came up with the story on, Reigns saving these guys' title matches. And someone came up with the bright idea to do the United Kingdom, aka a la WWE 12,
which I've heard. I haven't played it, so but yes, that's what I've been hearing.
It's a good storyline. It was something that a lot of people wish that WWE would have actually had done. So I think that they just came up with the idea and just got completely mind fucked themselves to the point where they completely forgot about the logical part of that one small piece, which is don't have the heels help the faces. So I think that they probably blinded themselves or jizzed over themselves over the idea of let's make a new faction. That's the only explanation I have. The only one. That's all I got for you.
Just still so stupid. Like, so stupid.
Kind of stupid.
Because, I mean, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't help the story that they were telling on Raw.
Because then it begs me to ask the question, what was the point of the match? Why did we have this match? Anyway, all right, I'll move on because I'll match
so that you could get Roman the title shot.
No, that's dumb. So then don't
to announce the new faction. Honestly.
No, because here's my issue with it. They tried to get me more invested in Roman Reigns by attaching Ambrose and the Usos to it, and then in the end, it's not like Roman even came with the title. We're still right where we are at the same. Like, we still have a match at TLC that's going to happen. That's not changing. So he's still going to have to defend the title there. So there's no point for Sheamus to even move up the match till now. And then the stipulation that was going to hold back his friends, that got thrown out the window because Roman Reigns won. So what was the point? I don't know. I'm going to rant I'm getting madder the more I talk about this. Let's move on.
I really don't know why. I just like fuck it. Yeah, you gotta incorporate some fuck it into your life, Blackjack.
So yeah, so they had the group. It's Barrett, Del Rio, Rusev, and Sheamus. So then New Day did their little segment for WWEshop.com. It was pretty fun. Charlotte versus Becky Lynch.
Oh boy.
Paige was on commentary.
There she was.
And she wanted no part of Ric Flair.
He didn't.
Becky Lynch was already out. Ric Flair came out with Charlotte, and then Becky Lynch came out after. Paige was, pretty much just burying Ric Flair and Charlotte, and talking about how Becky, should just, be her own woman or whatever. And then, sure enough, this match happened, but because Rick got a pop while he was outside, of course, and at some point Charlotte faked an ankle injury. And Ric Flair got up on the ring apron, and Becky went over to get him down, obviously, and say, "Hey, we're having a match here." And Charlotte kipped up to let you know that she was faking it, and then rolled up Becky for the win. Our babyface, everybody.
I mean,
I just want to make something very clear here. They need to figure out very quickly, what are we doing with Paige and what are we doing with Charlotte? Because
what are we doing with this division?
What is happening here? Right. Because
give them a role and fucking stick to it.
Correct. Because Charlotte is currently the face. She's currently the face. And Paige is currently the heel. And from the reactions and from the way that they've been acting, you would swear that Paige, who's getting cheered all the time, is the face, and that Charlotte is the heel. And I've said that Charlotte makes way more sense as a heel because she stinks as a baby face. And with the reaction that Paige is getting, they might as well be switching roles because now Charlotte's starting to become the obstacle. Now, Paige is trying to get Becky to turn on Charlotte and realize that, hey, she's really not that great of a person. You need to stand up for yourself. So she's obviously trying to turn Becky against Charlotte, which would mean that then Becky in some way, shape, or form becomes heel. Now, unless they decide to flip this and make it that Charlotte's the heel and Charlotte and Paige do a double turn and Becky pretty much stays face but turns on Charlotte and makes Charlotte the lone heel, then this works. But if this ends up with Becky and Paige being the heels and Charlotte the face, this is never going to work. Never. This doesn't have a shot at working.
Long story short, Charlotte just needs to be her natural heel self.
Yes. Charlotte pretty much, talk to Becky backstage and say, hey, this isn't NXT. This is the big leagues. Like, okay. Listen, wow, you're a bitch.
Getting this title and keeping it. I mean, she made sense.
It made sense, but wow, what a bitch. What a bitch this baby face is. Becky just wanted to have a nice, clean, friendly match, and she had to cheat to win. It wasn't even for the fucking title.
I see that.
What a bitch.
I see the other side.
I know, but what a bitch.
I didn't see it that way. The way I saw it is, you're down here, Becky, you're down here. I'm up here already. We got here at the same time, and I'm already up here while you're down here. You need to get on this level, and you need to figure it out fast. And here's a lesson. She taught her a lesson. That's how I see it. Now, is that what they're going for?
No.
Yes and no. I want to say yes and no because I really believe that they're planting the seeds for Charlotte to be heel. But at the same time, this is a very good lesson for Becky.
Yes.
Because what she did here is she pretty much damn, what's the word I'm looking for here? God damn it. All right, well, here's what I'm going for.
Paige is saying one thing about how you should be looking at your quote unquote friends, right? These women are supposed to be your friends. We're all supposed to be friends. But when it comes to that title or when it comes to getting ahead, then you should really be looking out for yourself. Charlotte here pretty much just showed you that, Becky. You're trying to get a spot. You're trying to come up for the title. You're trying to make it a little come up. You're trying to show people what you could do. Let me chop you back down. Because I've already learned what I need to learn. Ryback gave me his book. Damn it. So I know how to get to the top, whereas you don't. So here's a quick lesson. Which makes everything that Paige said make all the more sense.
Babyface.
WWE needs to decide on what these women are going to be and stick with it, because right now they made us believe in what Paige was talking about.
Yep. Which to me, that's why I can't cheer Charlotte. I cheer Paige. She's the fucking face.
It's so weird.
Can you convince me any other way? How is Paige the heel here?
It says Charlotte the base god teaching Negroes. All right. What do we got next?
So after that mess,
met the girl backstage.
Yeah, it said, sorry about your match. At least your friendship wasn't affected, right? And it was like, all right, I'm out of here.
It bounced.
We had a segment with Adam Rose.
I didn't see this.
In short, he's basically like, I don't know what he is. Is it like TMZ with is it like Daniel Tosh meets TMZ? I don't know.
All right, so we got that. We also got Stardust backstage doing a promo, and then there was like Titus O'Neil, and then
it was Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos versus the League of Nations. Because right, I forgot about that. After the match, Dean Ambrose and the Usos came out to help Roman, right, and that's how they got this match. So before the match could start,
the League of Nations. What do you think of that name? How you feel about it?
I thought they were going to be called the United Nations.
Well,
I don't know how I feel about League of Nations.
They didn't want to completely rip off the entire
UN.
Well, no, the storyline that's in WWE 12.
Are they called the United Nations?
I think so.
No, they're called the United Kingdom.
All right, there we go.
Because I'm looking at it now. So it's Regal, Sheamus,
Drew McIntyre
and Barrett.
Yeah,
because that's the UK.
But the way that they did that stuff, you gotta. I say rent that game just to do that storyline, because the way the entire thing unfolded, like from start to finish, was so perfectly booked. And in this one, they kind of just threw them together. Whereas in that one, they all had a reason and why they started joining bit by bit, turn by turn. It's really good how they did it in the game. Here, let's just put these guys together.
Okay.
Y'all played the game. Y'all know what the fuck we talking about. That's what they saying. That's what WWE is saying. Y'all played the game. Y'all know how we got here. Just if you didn't play the game, you'll figure it out.
Okay. That's the United Kingdom. The reason why I say the United Nations is because the United Nations, the UN, whose headquarters is in New York, is basically I don't know if
from different nations.
Huh?
These guys are from different nations.
Correct. Yes.
So
you have
leader of the League of Nations. Nice. That would be clean.
Yeah, it's basically it's an intergovernmental organization to promote international cooperation. That's basically what you have here. You have Sheamus, who's Irish. You have Barrett, who's English. You have Del Rio, who's Mex-American, I guess.
And then you got these nuts.
And then wow. Then you have Rusev, who's Bulgarian. So that's why I thought, United Nations. League of Nations just sounds weird.
Sounds like it's WWE.
I guess. Anyway.
By the way, real quick, why Kevin Owens wouldn't be a part of this? Like someone said, Kevin Owens is too good for this. That's number one. And number two, Kevin Owens wouldn't want to be a part of this shit. He wants to be a man that stands on his own too and get shit done his way. Plus, I doubt they want to mess up whatever type of character they're building for the guy. Whereas guys, they had nothing for.
Right. I mean, granted, they could do it because he's Canadian, but they're not bringing up a lot of mention of him being from Canada, honestly.
Yeah. And again, Kevin Owens is much better off on his own.
Yeah.
Because they got other shit for him. They got other shit coming right down the pike. Real soon.
I hope so. So they have this match. The New Day comes down and tells them, hey, the Authority allowed us in here, so it's 7-on-4 now. Cole said Roman Reigns just can't catch a break. What about the other three guys that are there? Fuck Roman Reigns, man. Just
already
fuck
have this match anyway.
That's
me. Why would they have this match?
Because the Authority said have this match. That's why.
That really escaped me. I was wondering, like, okay, so at first I thought we was getting a tag team match. Then I just seen them all coming out. I'm like, oh, wait, what? And then I seen them. I'm like, hold on, wait. New Day. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why are we having this match? Is there something on the line or
no? Nothing's on the line. Just they're having this match.
Somebody said something wrong backstage, or
nope. Just after Roman Reigns, after Dean Ambrose and the Usos came out to help Reigns against the League of Nations.
Why is Sheamus and Reigns in this thing? Like, why is a lot of things happening right now that
I looked at that when it was just the four of them. When it was 4-on-4, I looked at it and I'm like, they realized Survivor Series was last month, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
That was my first thought. I was like, this is the wrong month. Wrong month, guys. You missed that opportunity.
You fucked up.
Mm-hmm. So Jimmy Uso at some point was worked this entire match, and then he got thrown to the outside, and he got taken to the back with a knee injury, which then made the match 7-on-3. And I thought for absolutely sure, I was like, they're really about to have the baby faces down 3-7 and actually win. That's really about to happen.
You know, if it was do, you know what would have happened.
Yes.
They would have left that motherfucker by itself. Matter of fact, the faces would have turned on John Cena, and that motherfucker would have still do it.
Yes.
He would have do it.
I was so afraid of that happening, and it didn't happen. The one thing that irritated me this entire match, I know I made mention of it already, but especially when it got down to 7-on-3, commentary kept selling, man, you know, Roman Reigns, he's just facing so much adversity.
What about the other guy?
I'm like, there's 2 other guys there too. What the fuck about them?
Fuck those guys.
Oh, Dean Ambrose, no, fuck that guy. He's just a part of the team that Roman Reigns is a part of. Man, so much adversity this guy's facing. Fuck you. Now, you see, now they're making me not like the guy anymore. They're doing a very good job of making me hate Roman Reigns. Was I not firmly behind this guy getting the title like when Seth Rollins was around?
We were predicting it.
Yeah, but we were both okay with it, correct?
Yeah, we were fine with it. Yeah.
Now, fuck this guy. No, fuck this guy. I don't want him to have it now. Fuck him.
We're not. Okay.
No. Now, fuck this guy. Because they're doing it again where it's just like, oh, he's facing so much adversity. Oh, man, I feel so bad for Roman.
Want them to be natural with the guy.
Yeah, they don't let it be natural, and it just makes me go, fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy.
So they get the hot tag to Roman Reigns. He runs wild for a little bit. And then Jay gets hurt on the outside, which is great. Crowd starts to chant,
fuck this guy.
And they started to chant. They started to chant for Ambrose a little bit. And then Ambrose started to run wild a little bit. We thought we were going to get a Dirty Deeds, and then Sheamus got out of it. Then all the heels started trying to get their offense off, and then Roman Reigns ran wild for a little bit. Sheamus ended up getting it back under control. Hit Ambrose with a bro kick, pinned him 1, 2, 3. I was actually okay with this, considering that Sheamus is the champion and he should be winning matches. League of Nations and the New Day defeat Reigns, Ambrose, and the Usos. They beat down Roman and Dean. Well, they beat down Dean Ambrose first, and then Roman tried to valiantly fight back. And
get pushed in. As he should, though.
As he should have. With 7 guys there's no reason why he should.
This shit should be pushed all in his chest all the time.
Yes.
Way too many guys. Make sense of it, please. And now, again, if this was do, this would not have been happening.
No. So, yeah, beat down, and they all stood tall. Kevin Owens was really missing from... Kevin Owens didn't even make an appearance tonight.
Nah, he wasn't on the show at all.
I was going to say Kevin Owens would have really benefited just being in that picture at the end because
they all had the title. I did like that celebration.
That's what sold me. It was just a lot of them had the titles there, and I was like, okay.
Titles, huh? Throw Charlotte in that bitch, and it makes perfect sense. Okay. But yeah, I was okay with all of this. It was good on my. I like that ending. Some people don't. They say that putting these guys together doesn't make sense. Does this make sense to you, Blackjack?
Does it make sense? No, but I mean, if it's the only way that's going to get the heels over on a baby face, if it takes 7 people, I'm fine with it.
So why does it? No, I'm talking about the faction itself. Does the faction itself make sense to you? I
mean,
why or why not?
It doesn't necessarily make sense, but I'm not opposed to it. It's like I don't understand why these people would get together, but now that they are together, I don't have an issue with it.
The real part threw me off.
Yeah, the Del Rio, because it's like, okay, so your thing is Mex America, right?
He's starting his own nation, didn't he?
Right, and the borders are locked up, nobody can come in. So why are you doing this?
As you were looking at this, did you get a sense or a feel that these guys felt stronger at the end? Like felt stronger than they act. Like if you just suspend your disbelief on how they've been booked and all of it, just looking at them. You don't know these dudes from a can of paint. You just so happen to turn her off for the first time. And you look at this. this celebration that you see at the end, and them standing tall, and you see the baby faces laid out.
Okay, because if you were gonna say when it was the four of them, just the four of them, I would have said no.
No, just this celebration here at the
that celebration and the seven of them, yes.
I like the way that looked.
Because they didn't let Roman Reigns get off his Superman punches or his spears at the end. Thank God. They just killed him dead like he should have been, and it was fine.
I was good with this.
Yeah.
I was absolutely fine with this. All right. Can we end a sucker?
Yeah.
We'll see you guys on the Thursday edition of the podcast. Need Clean Finish is... We got to work on our branding here because it keeps throwing me off a little bit. But Clean Finish Podcast on the YouTubes. You can search that in the search engine. We're there every Thursday unless otherwise noted, which will always be noted on the Twitter at Need Clean Finish. You can follow myself at Wise Now on Twitter, and also it's 21 Blackjack on Twitter, spelled that way. And I'm not going to say at because fuck it, I missed the cue. Good enough?
Why not?
Can we leave?
I'm waiting on you.
Can I go play Destiny now?
I'm not stopping you.
Okay.